Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is Kamen Rider Ben.
Oh, finally a good one. Space is awesome. Did you do the pose? I did the pose.
Pose done. Pose complete.
Excellent. Justice accomplished. So full disclosure, we didn't get through 32 episodes because life came at me real fast. So we closed off on 26, which I don't know what 32 would have brought, but 26 was a fucking banger to close on. I was loving every minute of it. 25 and 26 that was the shit I needed.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. You're not wrong.
I was initially, though, because obviously, I mean, yeah, we're, I guess, starting from the end, because that's the hype. For me.
Sure.
She's like Muse staring at the sakura blossoms and shit, and I'm like, okay. And then, like, there's stuff about prom, which, aside, it's hilarious, because it's fucking prom, and it's all blown up and shit. But she's being all like she's rejecting Shu, and I'm like, don't do this to me. Don't have her be. It better be fucking Gentaru, and if it's not, I riot. And then it was.
They played that pretty straight up to that point.
Yeah. They danced.
They did dance.
They fucking danced. Oh, I was losing my mind. I was so happy. And then they kind of got me though. I thought actually they might be going away a little bit. Like, I'm like, I'm not picking up the vibe that they're actually going away, like fucking at all. But I was just like, I was wondering what angle they would take. And then of course it's just like, oh, guess what? Our college campuses are super close. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that works. They get to show up in like he's wearing his fucking big boy university sweater.
Yeah. They were around a little bit less.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's great shit, though. Miu's like, I guess that makes me chairman. Yuki's like, my position is reduced.
She's ascended to the Phoenix King.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Which is my go-to example for when someone retires to promoting themselves to a higher position that didn't exist before.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's a good...
The classic.
Right, yeah. So yeah, that shit was like... What a fucking capstone. I'm like, I honestly... Going past it to discuss, I'm like, this is such a high, though. Yeah, but this whole section, it won me over in like multiple ways. Cause
sure, this is we're getting the superhero with a secret identity tropes.
Yes,
with Meteor.
Yeah, and
the living a double life.
I thought I was gonna like Meteor and Don't tell me. Hang on. I got the character list. He's at the top. Ryusei. I thought I was gonna like him less because like he's coming in real edgy, but like pretty fucking quick. We get the signs of like this dude is gonna be won over so hard. Like, because I don't know, they could have kept him that way, but then just immediately they're like, "No, don't worry, guys. He's gonna be won over eventually. It's gonna be great. He's gonna do the fist.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah,
we'll get there."
And even like in this section, we get a little bit of him. I guess with the group a little bit, he's kind of showing stuff. But then as Meteor, even he's like, "You took a hostage? I'm not fucking Kamen Rider Fourze. Like I don't care." And guess what? He cared.
Oh, maybe I am soft.
Am I soft? I mean, that shit, dude. It's fucking his theme is so funky. It's so incredibly good. It's
true.
Every fucking time it pops off, I'm like, this is so like. I find this like so much more hype than the Fourze theme. Like
His 70s disco ball belt.
Yeah, he's got the disco shit going. It's like that bass line kicks in.
And then he's basically Kamen Rider Bruce Lee with his fucking
Dude,
yelping.
dude, I like it's so cool.
And I love that, like, in his backstory, it's like he was attending like Bruce Lee High School or whatever. Like, the visions we see of like that martial arts school he was at.
Do we see that? Is that in there? Or are you a little ahead?
Yeah,
Was it?
just a little bit.
Okay.
It's in like the first episode we watched.
No, that's so far along. That's so long ago. Yeah, no, there's some bits I'm like, can't retain it all. Like, also, a lot of it just blends in,
yeah, I'm referencing like one scene.
Okay. Wow. I'm being called out as a fake fan. Damn.
It's almost like you haven't watched this more than once.
Ugh, you got me. I guess the only thing that like maybe it gets better, I don't know, that I'm like slightly tiny bit disappointed by is that it feels like they're not utilizing the bikes like at all. Like we got the one scene of Gentaru like fucking skiing behind it, and that was cool as hell, but like that second episode where they're like using the thrust and shit, I'm like, where's that? The bike is just an excuse to slide into the battle.
I know, the bike, we very underutilizing the bike. And I think Meteor has a bike for one episode and then it's just never seen again.
No,
he like shows up on a bike and then like
he
never uses it.
He uses it a couple times because he pulls Gentaru.
Okay.
He shows up.
All right.
He shows up on it, but yeah, like he just rolls in.
But
that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like a 2-second, like, oh, I'm on the bike. Slide in, bike disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Which is disappointing because his bike is also
because of his secret identity stuff. It's not like a thing, an object he has.
Yeah.
Whereas Gentaru's bike is more of a it's also a thing he just has access to.
Mm-hmm. And we got the whole thing with I can't remember who's the evil teacher. The homeroom teacher.
There's Miss Sonada?
Yeah. Turned out to be a baddie.
Scorpio?
Yes. Yeah, Serena Sonada.
Mm.
Her shit
she gets sent to the Shadow Realm.
She gets fucking sent to the Shadow Realm, dude. She's like, no, not the Dark Nebula. It was like, and then it like fucking immediately doesn't the principal says something. The chairman's like, do you want to go to the Dark Nebula?
Yeah, like as soon as it's like they have like all this internal like bickering of like trying to like move up, but as soon as you've like gotten rid of your rival, now you're on the chopping block.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I love it. I actually really like how they're doing like the bickering villains thing. There's like enough of it, and like I don't know, it's just played really well, and it's not like too much. It's not annoying, and even like the kid we get Cancer Zodiart's Kojima.
Yeah,
him immediately becoming a fucking apostle or whatever. Fucking berserk shit, dude. This guy becoming apostles and shit. Are you fucking kidding me? But he becomes that. And he's like, and the principal is like ordering him to do shit. And he's like, hang on a sec. We're like on the same level though, aren't we? I'm not doing your. I'm not following your shit. The chairman's like, oh, interesting. He's feisty.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this is good.
And they're like still two of them that we've seen that we don't even know who they are in human form.
Yes. The kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. The mask-ish thing. Did we even get their Zodiart's name?
I think we would do for her, but I don't think we know the other one yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. That I really like that end of things, and I think it's they also in this section they kind of mixed it up a little bit in a very good way. They've been kind of branching a little, which I think is cool. Like with the villain, the structure of becoming a Zodiart's, becoming a villain, because like obviously through a good chunk of this so far, it's been like, I'm giving you a switch for you to fucking transcend your human form so you can paint well. And
yeah, fulfill your petty dreams.
yeah, which is incredible. But we got the example of the person, like, I forget what exactly happened. Like the switch got fucking dropped or something. Like someone just found the switch. Is that how Cancer found the switch?
Yes, Cancer just finds it.
Yeah,
because yeah, like he fucking the principal dropped it in a fight with Fourze.
Yeah. And I think that's cool. I think getting a bit of that in there, and then we got what's the fucking, I remember the hero name, Kyokos? The Swan, whatever I forget which Zodiarts it is, but like the dude like the idea of like, oh, this person wants to be good, and like this is how they were persuaded, I guess, you know? Except then we get like the dual personality shit, which is ridiculous, but like
yeah.
It's like
Cygnus.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like they're saying Gignus.
Oh yeah, the Cygnus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I like that we're doing like slightly different stuff, you know? We're mixing it up a little, and it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like there've been some fucking good baits. Like that episode, like, because they played it like pretty straightforward for the most part. I'm like, oh, it's just that girl. Like, this is fucking incredibly easy.
Did
like,
you watch the next on?
The what?
That like at the end of that first episode, the next on preview. In the preview, like it just has the line of her saying that she's Cygnus. And then you get to that episode, and it's the thing where she's saying, she suggests, we're all Cygnus.
Yeah, we're all
the I'm Spartacus thing.
Yeah, dude, that fucking cult stuff was like, I don't know, they nailed the fucking vibe. That shit was creepy. Like kind of unexpectedly so for this show, a little bit. Like it went really hard into that.
It helped because it was so many faceless characters that were part of it, I think, compared to like as like a building upon what we've saw with like the witches cult kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like the like and then her reacting to that was also great.
Oh yeah. Tomoko, you mean? Yeah, that shit was really good.
How like she just didn't like it there because it reminded her too much of how she used to be.
The vibe is bad.
The vibe is bad, dude.
That's a very good example of like, I want like more hangout time, but that's a perfect example of how we're getting like so many little moments that I love. Like at that moment when she's like obviously feeling shit, and Rise is like, I'll walk you out. And like it's not like they're not making a thing of it. It's just like, oh, like this person that he is with is feeling shit, so like we'll leave. Like that's cool. Like it's just I like it when the characters do stuff together.
That's the benefit of having a large main cast of characters, is seeing the different characters like interact with each other in different ways. I also really like that we got like for our last two episodes, like bringing back a bunch of the previous Zodiarts. just like
Yeah.
seeing them as like normal people now who have to live with the fact that they were they were a monster for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and how like they're friends, you know? They're friends with Gentaru. Oh, that he blew it. He blew it. He was gonna get asked to prom. He fucked it up.
He did fuck it up. Actually, like when that's early, I think, when like we're like re-meeting the group through Meteor's eyes, kind of stuff. And like we see like all the groups that Gentaro is like made friends with, like him just going around the cafeteria, like shaking hands with people.
Oh,
Like that
yeah,
he's
yeah.
making friends off screen that aren't part of the plot, so it's not showing us that. I really like that. That was a
Yeah.
good scene for like just building up that like, no, he is like this all the time, even when we're not watching it.
Yeah, dude. He's just that guy.
Yeah.
And
You say extremely not that guy.
and on that note, also going to befriend all of the teachers.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. I love that. I love that they brought back. It's like a tokusatsu veteran to come in as like
Dude,
their
she's so
teacher.
fucking good.
Their new teacher who's just super into kickboxing.
Do we get spoil it for me? Do we get more of her? Does she like continually show up a little, or was it more of a one-off thing?
I think she comes. I honestly don't remember,
'Cause, like-
but I'm pretty sure she comes back.
Because like she's their homeroom teacher, it makes sense to see more of her. But at the same time, like I didn't get that vibe that we're gonna see a whole bunch of her. But she's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, her shit is just excellent. Though I find it hilarious. Like I'm gonna quit teaching. I'm gonna pursue my life as a kickboxer. I'm like, don't you need like money?
I mean, she's unsure that she
and
can
then- yeah, and then
support
at the
herself on kickboxing.
And then at the end, like, yeah, I don't know if I can make a living kickboxing. Yeah, there it is.
Well, I like that. Like her secret is she got mad and broke the fire alarm.
Yeah, dude, the whole thing with the switch. You have the switch. Fine, yeah, I do. She's a fucking mood though. When
It looks like she's just gonna show up
Su-
again for the finale.
Oh, that's lame. Who's the awkward teacher guy? The problem person.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can't fucking. I'm so bad with fucking names.
I just don't like. I mean, I'm looking at the name list and it's just not organized in a way I like. I need like a teacher's list.
Chuda Osugi.
Oh, okay. Him introducing her, and immediately she's like, "I want to quit." I'm like, "There, ooh, a person of our time." Just instantaneously. But no, that shit was great. And then she teaches Gentaru like while he's Fourze. Like how to do
her
the little,
instructing him.
how to do the
like
little
putting-
kick and shit. I was hoping
Yeah.
because she learned that like that's him. First off, that shit was hilarious when he like transformed and then it like cuts and he's like on the floor like I'm so sorry. But I thought because she
I love her going into that room and he's just like crouched on the ground and she closes the door.
Oh, that whole thing was just great. She's like emptying her purse. But yeah, I thought because like she learned who he was that she was gonna like join the group somehow, or like help the kids. I was like, oh, that would be incredible.
It would be. I would have enjoyed that. It's true.
Yeah. Alas.
Alas. You just have to know that she's training Gentaro in kickboxing off screen.
Yeah, that's and he's dying in the process. Fucking, he's just on the ground.
Melting.
Yeah.
Getting his ass kicked.
Oh my god, when they got in the ring and he's just getting the shit, I'm like, dude, you're Kamen Rider. Maybe you could do like slightly better. No, he's just getting his shit rocked.
Oh man.
He bounces off the ropes right back into her fist.
Mm-hmm.
Repeatedly.
Look, man, she was a Power Ranger, basically.
Yeah.
The Japanese equivalent. Sentai Ranger.
Yeah.
Super Sentai.
We didn't mention it, but we got a new transformation in this this section as well. Got the magnet shit.
Magnet.
Oh, dude, that sequence is so good. Where he has to split the thing and then he inserts both at the same time, and then he basically has like a little fucking mounted turret on his shoulders. That's good shit. And it's a cell phone. I'm like, these guys are.
When he's the fact that he just starts using it as his phone after that.
Yeah. These people know how to market, dude. I'm like, I want a fucking magnet cell phone turret thing. This is incredible. Mom.
True.
I should absolutely try to find this on, like, try to find some stupid Kamen Rider toys on eBay, put them on my Christmas list.
Hell yeah.
There's always something. Every year my mom is like, God damn it. Can't you just ask for socks? I like to keep the spirit alive.
Sure. I mean, another thing I think the show is also really good at is the way it's sort of running plotline stuff is like it's just dealing with stuff that like prom is its own thing, and then like we're gonna set up like the next plot point or whatever. Like it's not like everything happening all at once kind of thing that I feel like shows often fall into a trap of. It's kind of like leapfrogging itself with stuff happening.
So you mean like a different show would have like prom being a whole thing in the background for like multiple episodes?
Like, yeah, you would set up multiple background plots or whatever, and they would all culminate in one thing, right? At the end of the season or whatever.
Oh, dude, the lack of that is so nice.
Whereas this is like willing to resolve things, and then they're done, and we can move on to the next thing.
Dude, I continued for a little bit into this section. For a little bit,
the way that cancer is just a current ongoing thing.
Yeah,
and like, yeah,
I got baited still, in spite of the knowing that it's like a 2-episode resolution time for most of our stuff, but like we'd get so many of these, like, I think objectively, maybe not dumb, but objectively silly dramatic moments, right?
Yes.
These fucking kids. No. And
very silly.
And I'm like, but like in the moment, I like remind myself, I'm like, I guess we're only here for 2 episodes. Like, this is gonna get resolved and it's gonna be fun or whatever. But it's still like, in spite of knowing that, it still took a little bit before I like didn't annoyed is too strong of a word, but like, because of so much other shit I've watched, I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna be here for so long. Like, I don't want to deal with this, and then you don't have to deal with it 2 episodes from now. So by the end, I was like, not even by the end, like, I don't know, a third of the way through or whatever, I was like super comfortable. I'm like, yeah, give me the stupid. I can watch it resolve.
Yeah,
this is very fun.
If you don't like the current plot, it probably won't last too long.
Yeah. Or like, even
I guess unless you hate cancer, if you hate that guy, he's around for a bit.
Yeah,
but I think he's a good villain.
I think he's pretty
that
solid.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I love the misdirect of him. He just like, he's an actor, so he was just like imitating the moves of a person he didn't like.
Yeah.
So that they would think it was her. Like, that's a good bit.
That's pretty solid. Yeah, and then him like, yeah, she took my fan while I was rehearsing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
No.
Like, why did you blame her? I thought it'd be funny. Like,
This show is a thing though where like there's always one misdirect. It's never like the misdirection isn't a lot. There's the one person we're setting up that it is that it's not, and then there's the second person and that's who it is. It I think it mostly we're following that kind of system.
but I think they do it well because they still get me. Like they still fucking
Sure.
get
I
me
wouldn't
with
say
that
you
shit.
were the hardest mark to get with that stuff.
Nobody's harder than me. I'm a veteran of media. I observe sometimes.
You make correct inferences all the time.
Yeah, like that time that I totally called. There were two different people in that comic, and it turned out to just be Storm.
Yes, it was Storm.
Yeah. Well, look, I still maintain that I was correct.
That's a weird thing to do when you were just wrong.
That was such a. I don't know what happened, man. I suffered from temporary face blindness. I mean, that made me understand why Clark Kent's disguise is so effective. He's wearing fucking glasses. It can't be him.
Totally can't be him. Superman doesn't wear glasses.
I am the person that they asked if this is an effective disguise, and I was like, I can't. I don't even know who this man is. It takes him off. I'm like, holy shit, it's Superman. Yeah, that'll work.
Wow, what a great Superman disguise, Clark Kent.
Yeah. What else do we have in here? I mean, we got a lot of new switches,
Yes, they're just piling them on.
and it's great. I like getting all the new tools.
The snowboarding switch.
The snowboard, the big boot, the magic hand that's on the foot.
The big boot. The big boot is so funny.
The best part of the
When they're like explaining what it does.
yeah, and he's like, I don't understand, but it's awesome. Sounds cool. The important thing with the big boot was that when they come back and Tomoko and Ryusei are exploring the area, there's boot prints in the ground. That was very good. That shit was solid.
It's very funny that the Cygnus thing goes like full Fight Club.
Yeah. I just like that.
He was fighting with himself.
Oh my god, yeah, the video footage of him like getting beat up and by nothing.
Uh-huh.
I just really liked how that like plot went. Like them like tricking, not like tricking him, but like acting right as people in help until he gets the courage to like finally help someone. And then he's like, he's good. He's ready to throw it away. And then they fucking force him to hit the button. That was really, really good. Like that was such a, it was like the little bit of fresh that general plot.
No, they actually solved the problem with words, but then because it's still a TV show, we need the action to happen. So you're pressing this button, kid, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. But it was just it made me so happy.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. It was good for like the words to actually reach him.
Mm-hmm. And then we see him like afterwards, and he's like helping that woman across the street, and like
he's dressed up as Fourze now.
He's still wearing a dumb costume. Somehow, like a cheaper looking costume than the first one that he was in. But I like when I forget who said, someone said something in the group about him like giving up his hero ways, and Gentaro's like, no, he's like, he just started his hero ways, like he's on the path finally. Like that's just Kentaro's just great.
Kentaro's
He's
he's a great protagonist.
It's just so good.
It's just good. He's out here to encourage people. He just wants to be buddies.
Yeah, man. Every time he says buds, though, I'm like, you need to meet Ultraman. Where's the buddy crossover? What were you gonna say?
No, I realized I was about to mention something that's in an episode we haven't got to. I was gonna reference a joke we haven't got to yet. Oh my god.
Oh no. I mean, look, this is my struggle being far more of an established Urusei Yatsura fan than you. I constantly gotta hold my tongue.
Look, there's stuff I've seen that you haven't seen, so take that. Since my path was just the opposite of yours.
Yeah,
even though you like, because I've done the new series and all the movies, well, most of the movies.
Yeah.
But then you just burned through the manga.
Yeah, which, you know, I definitely am going to gatekeep you about later because I'm a true fan. I started with the manga.
You started at the true place.
Ooh, you watched the remake first? Yikes. Even though the remake looks fucking incredible. I cannot wait to get to it. And I've been like, the only thing I did was I watched because if you remember way, way back when you linked the opening, right?
Yes.
And you were super hyped about it. And I watched it. I'm like, this is pretty good. But like, Now I rewatched it. And I'm like, this is fucking hype as hell. I'm so ready.
It's so good.
Like, it's all clicking. I've had to even YouTube got a little on my case about like wanting me to watch 2022 clips. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm preserving everything.
Yeah.
I want to hear the voices.
It's just like
I don't want to see anything.
Yeah. And like, well, my thing with that opening is just like, it's the statement of intent of like understanding what that series became, rather like comparatively to the first opening of the original show, which is like what that series was at the start.
That
of like,
yeah,
like where it's less about Lum.
That opening, I love that opening song. I mean, it's burning my brain now because I watched it.
Yeah.
80 episodes straight or whatever. It the animation overstayed its welcome by about 70 episodes. Because it's so fast that it immediately becomes about Lum, and I'm like, why are we doing this thing with Shinobu and Ataru? There's just not.
I know.
It's not it at all.
It's just not what the series is.
Yeah.
It is where it started, but that's not what it is.
Yeah. The second opening, like, you know, we move away, though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
At
the risk of this becoming an Urusei Yatsura episode.
No. I'm getting close to where we can finally have that podcast, but...
Oh, you're not? You gotta watch the entire original anime. What are you talking about?
That's not happening. And look, we're doing that as multiple separate podcasts, all right? Every version gets its own.
Boo,
podcast.
I thought we were doing it all as one. Coward.
No. We talked about this even.
I thought we settled on the one big episode.
No.
Oh, whatever. It's not my fault. My memory is terrible. That sounds like a thing that only you have to worry about in this relationship.
God damn it. But yeah. So this set of episodes ends with the prom.
The greatest, the dance that I needed.
Mm-hmm. We get JK in the mech,
being
which honestly is what makes me mad about how they treated Mew getting in the mech. That like it almost kills her, but fucking JK, who's just a fucking whatever, can pilot it. She's an athlete. He is not an athlete.
I have an anecdote that isn't necessarily the general case, but it is a relevant anecdote.
Okay.
When I was roughly their age, I was like 14, maybe 15. So it's give or take a few years. No, it would have been older, 15 or 16. I was fucking around in gym class, and me and these other kids were all fucking around in gym class, and it got into this whole thing. And then our punishment was we had to do like extra fitness shit like after school. Like instead of detention, you just have to do, you can choose something, but you have to be doing something. So we all decided to work out. And I had never worked out my entire life before, like 16. Some of the other guys had. So we're all like in the little weight area or whatever at school. And the volleyball team was in there, like our varsity volleyball team. And like they train, you know, they're a volleyball team. They're doing shit constantly. Without having ever worked out in my life, I was like able to do more weights and more shit than they were. I think at that age, like it's not super uncommon for guys to just have a little bit more strength, but like, you know, also be stupid as hell in a way that the girls never were, at least at my school. So, you know, maybe
also,
he's got a little extra juice.
But also, this is a TV show. I mean, come the fuck on.
I guess. I love JK in that thing, though. That shit was great. So, like, I'm also biased as hell on that front. Like, them fucking forcing him into the thing was incredible. And then him falling asleep in it was even better. It was fantastic. Like, right, JK? And he's just in there, like, just out of it. I'm like, this is great.
I do like that he can do it, but he has, like, no stamina.
Yeah, he also was dead at the end of it. Because Ryusei is like, he doesn't even
He wasn't
like,
dead in the way Mew was. Mew was like needed to go to the hospital.
Well, she's a queen though, okay? Like she's Grace or whatever. We didn't see her doing cheer stuff. Maybe she was more of a modern general instead of in there with the team.
I mean, that would fit with her personality. More of a manager than a doer of things.
Yeah, she's good at delegating, you know. One other thing
and they're looking for the magnet in the fucking lake.
Oh god,
in their camo gear.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we got this, and then they leave like, it's cold.
It's so cold.
There is another thing that has just absolutely continued to delight me in, I think, every single episode, and that is Yuki's strong sense of justice. Mm-hmm. Just doing the pose every fucking time. And, like, a fight's about to break out or, like, some bad shit is happening. She just has, like, the biggest smile on her face. Like, she's so happy. Oh, it's so good.
No, it's so good.
I love it.
It's so good. It's so important that every time Fourze's doing his pose, she's right there behind him also doing it. He's a spirit animal for the audience.
Yeah, man.
Shit's just cool and fun.
It became super relevant. I don't know if you noticed during the September sumo tournament, but Hakuto Fuji does like the thing with his head, right? He does like the pray thing. Like he puts his fist on his head. There was a woman in the audience who would do it every time he did it. And I was like, she fucking gets it. She knows what's up. Oh, it was so good. Good vibes.
Sure.
Yeah, this show is fucking great.
It's delightful. I don't know where we're going to cut for next time.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Because the good place to cut is now not enough episodes.
I mean, we could probably make it more episodes and also maybe plan a shorter thing for next time or something to do before that.
I think that's the move. We'll just finish the show in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like the amount of episodes wasn't the problem. It was the time frame, as always.
Well, I mean that's the same thing as it being the number of episodes.
No, it's not. How dare
like
you?
qualitatively, no. Quantitatively, yes.
Well, I'm speaking qualitatively, obviously. Since you gave me the out, I'll take it.
Time is a finite resource.
That's very true. I like to say time is money, and I'm poor.
Time is money, friend. Because that's what the goblins say in Warcraft.
I don't have any recollection of that.
That's what they say. Time is money, friend.
Yeah.
SaltCirclePodcast@gmail.com. SaltCirclePod on Twitter. Anchor.fm/SaltCircle. And I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels.
Yeah. Space is awesome.
True.